So, so for those of you who are on this call for the first time, I want to introduce myself. My name is Verdita Monk. I live in Atlanta, Georgia with my husband, Harvey. We're senior presidential directors in LifeWave, and we've been on board for about 2 years. I'm just really excited about the future for all of us. You know, the timing could not have been more incredible than it is. Just the timing of the company and what's happening in the industry. We've got to take advantage of this time. My sponsor, Ken Robinson, likes to put it this way. He says we have about 18 months to capture this wave that's about to happen. It is called the wave of momentum. Our company is the fastest growing company in the world right now, but the momentum phase hasn't even hit. It's about to hit. So you want to make sure you're positioned for that and take advantage of everything that you can. So there are certain things that you're going to have to do to be able to do that. But tonight, we're going to be talking about just utilizing different tools to accelerate our business. We have a different subject every week. And so this is what I decided to talk about tonight. So let me go ahead and pull up my slide presentation. I think this is the one. Okay. Let me go to my first slide. Okay, so tonight, we're going to be talking about powerful tools that can accelerate your business. And so the first topic I want to cover are communication tools. You know, communication is one of the most important aspects of a business like this because we're talking about dealing with people. There's a learning curve in building this business, and you have to take responsibility yourself to learn different things, learn the comp plan, and you'll see why as I go through this. Learn the comp plan, be aware of the Zoom calls, be aware of events, be aware of who your upline is so that you have someone to support you in different things. So let's first of all talk about Zoom calls. Zoom calls have different purposes. One, to learn about the business itself. So it's going to facilitate learning about the whole opportunity, learn about the product, the technology. Then there are Zoom calls that are training calls, so that like similar to this, where you're learning about how to work the business. So, and so many people think, oh, I've heard it before. I've been on a call like that before. But until you're able to definitely what's the word I'm looking for? And unless you are able, you know it by heart, unless you know this information in your heart without having to, you know, refer to some type of website or something, then you obviously you don't know enough. You're still learning. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, but you know, certain things I can enroll a person over the phone without even looking at the website. If they're at the computer, I can tell you every little certain things is what I'm saying that you learn. And so it makes you even more exciting. It makes you sound confident when you're talking to people. That's why it's important to get on as many calls as you can. Until you get there, keep staying on the calls. We have a website called thisisitteam.com, which is our team training site. All the Zoom, the whole entire Zoom schedule for This Is It Team is there. Also the onboarding process is there. Different 10 steps to success is there. And then downloads for different reports or just say the structure of how you get from rank to rank. All of that stuff is right there. Take the time and examine that site. It was a lot of money put together by Stephen G. Demir to develop that site. DigitalAlliance101.com, it has a little bit, it's almost the same information that you're going to get on This Is It Team, not quite as much, like all the reports and all that. But there's a link on Digital Alliance where you can link over to This Is It Team. But Digital Alliance captures calls that our team does. Like we do a call on Tuesday night at 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern, and then on Thursday night at 10 p.m. But all the other calls are on This Is It Team. So that's why both websites are significant. Text messages. When you come into this business, as you start building a team, you want to keep them engaged. So one thing that I do is I send text messages, but I normally send them to people I personally enroll. And then what I encourage them to do is do the same. As they keep enrolling personal enrollees, they add them to that text group. but many people use other tools. And so what we're going to do right now, we're going to shift over to talk about a tool, a communication tool called WhatsApp. And Juanita Kraft, who is a executive director on our team out here out of Atlanta, she's my sister, for those of you who don't know. She's going to come on and talk about WhatsApp and how, just quickly talk about, how to set it up and why she likes this app. Juanita.
Thank you, Verdita. Can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so, well, first of all, I do WhatsApp. Once I get somebody in the business and they're on the team, I'll ask them, can I put them in my WhatsApp chat? And one of the things that I like about it is that, you never lose any type of information. Once I put that, if I post something, say that I know there's going to be an event or a call, and I put it in the WhatsApp, it doesn't disappear. You don't have to, like if you put it in your text messages, other text messages can come and kind of you lose it. And once it's in that WhatsApp, you can scroll back and find anything that you've ever put in it. And so I kind of, and also your WhatsApp can also be attached to, say you have a business Facebook page, you can attach your WhatsApp to that. And so people can, that's just a way to go back and forth to your Facebook page as well. And you don't have to log into Facebook or anything like that to access WhatsApp. Another benefit with WhatsApp is that all you need is Wi-Fi. You can be anywhere in the world and you can use WhatsApp as a free phone service. So that's another benefit to WhatsApp. But before I put people into WhatsApp, say that I met a new person and I want to share a Zoom call coming up. I use another app called Hit 'em Up, and it's not a free app, but I like it because I can create groups. So say I have a group of personally enrolled clients or prospects. I can create a group on WhatsApp saying new prospects, and I can put my new prospects in, and then I can put the post in there of the call that I want to send to them. I can send them all at the same time, but usually with this Hit 'em Up, it'll go to them individually, so they won't all be getting the message, in the same chat. And when somebody responds or whatever, everybody doesn't get the message. So I like that. And then also, say if you wanted to say you just want to create a group of managers, or all my managers, I want to send a message to all my managers, I can create a text message just for them, and I don't have to keep creating that same group over and over again, because once it's saved in that Hit 'em Up chat, I can just use it over and over again. And also it stores the message. So say that it's a Tuesday call, and I want to send that call out to to my prospects. I can always go back to my previous messages, send it to that group of new prospects, or I can amend that group, add people from my contact list to it. So yeah, so I use those are really the ones that I use, and I really enjoy. They really save me a lot of effort and energy. And the other thing I want to say about the WhatsApp is that I encourage my team members to add people to that group. So they bring somebody in to the business, and they say, well, can I add you to our team WhatsApp? And they do. So that chat actually continues to grow, and people are encouraged to add things. And so the team actually supports the chat. And say LifeWave is doing a presentation on Wednesday, they'll put that in the chat. So everybody's encouraged to be a part of it. And that's the other part I really like about it.
Okay, great, Juanita. You got some variety of tools. And quick question, how much does that Hit 'em Up app cost? You said it's not free.
Oh, I think it's like $50-something a year. But it's worth it to me because I use it a lot for really a variety of things. I use it for my choir. I use it for a lot of different things. So it's really worth it to me. And it's time save. It saves a lot of time because once you create that group, you don't have to create it again, you know?
Okay, we got a question in the chat. The people that are in, that you're sending messages to in Hit 'em Up, do they have to have that app or they can just receive the message?
No, they don't have to have it.
Okay, so if they want to create their own and see how useful it is for them, they would get that. But just to receive messages from you, they don't have to receive it. So thank you for answering that question, Renee. That was an awesome question. Thank you, Juanita.
Welcome.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to, I think the next one I want to talk about is Telegram. I want to invite Renee Tomlin, who is a director out of the Richmond, Virginia area. Renee, can you come on and tell us about Telegram? I believe Bishop Jackson created that group, but you all are very good, very familiar with it and everything.
Correct. Yes, we Bishop Jackson developed a Telegram group so that he could reach all of us. And what we do when we have new people to come on, what we usually do is we send them, we have like personally what we do is we have a chain text, so to speak. And I will put this is it info, this is it team, and the Digital Alliance 101. I'll also invite them to go to Telegram, download the app, and join Bishop's group, Kabosh group. And that's the way that Bishop communicates to his downline through all of us. And we chat back and forth through that with him and to others. We ask new members to join. We congratulate them. And we're just able to encourage one another in that Telegraph app through the Kabosh group.
And also, if anyone have testimonies, you know, if anyone have the testimonies or ask a question, the testimonies, we can put the video up there of the testimonies and they can get to see it. So everybody has a chance to view it, you know. It's a good way to communicate. And you can also have what you call look at accountability for everybody too. Because you can tell if anybody has seen the video or not, because normally we answer to the video or whatever we put out, that we saw it and we're on our way. And what it does, if a person hasn't been in there, it'll tell them how many messages they have. So they're held responsible to their own self. It's like, wait a minute, I gotta get back on here, you know. But it's very good.
Well, let me ask you this question, because I used to be on Telegram with another company I was with, and I had to silence it. I think it was just such a big group that I was getting all these notifications. But what I've asked Bishop, and you can elaborate on this, because this is a private, he made the group private. So the only people that would be getting in this group is his organization. But, you know, but he tells me, and I know you said the same thing, Renee, that you don't get a lot of notifications from anybody because it's all just what's in you all's team.
Correct.
So we do have to respect whenever we're in a group, even if it's private, not to just like say somebody says, thank you, you know, like that. That's unnecessary. We have a certain team etiquette that's required in a group like that, because if people could get overwhelmed with too many notifications. So I'm pretty sure you all are, you know, aware, you know, let people know, hey, just, you know, they don't have to respond to every single text message, every single message is posted in there. But thank you so much for sharing that with us. That's another tool, you all. I hope you all are writing this stuff down. Please take notes, because it's a lot of good information is going to be shared tonight. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Next person I want to invite on is Marilyn Brooks, who's a director out of Dallas, Texas. And Marilyn, would you please come on and share what you've been doing as a way of communication and accountability with your team? I don't hear you. I think you're muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, hello everyone. Hello, I'm Marilyn Brooks here in McKinney, Texas, which is about 30 minutes north of Dallas. For those who don't know me, I want to first thank God for giving David Schmidt, our CEO, his insight and his wisdom of inventing this awesome X39 patch that we all are using. I want to thank Vidita Monk, our dedicated senior president, your director, who's always there to support us. She's always there for me when I call her. And she's always spending time encouraging each one of us to do our very best. Also, I want to thank my beautiful daughter, Monique Dotson, who is a wonderful leader, and she's always there for me as well. I want to say that I had the pleasure of attending our 2024 annual conference here in Dallas, listened to some great speakers and some great leaders, and I took away some great nuggets at the conference. There was one particular one, this nugget that I use daily along with my team, and that is doing 5 things daily. At least 1 to 3 things we should be doing consistently. Doing something consistently is the most critical task that contributes to long-term goals. Committed to doing something daily, preferable, I like to do at least 5 things, and this will move you closer step by step to reaching your goals. Such as introducing, the patches, introducing it to people that you don't know, people that you just run into at the gas stations or gas pumping your gas or at the grocery stores or, just meeting people on a daily basis. You want to share this product with them. And now we all know that sometimes things get in our way and we don't do things consistent like we should because things just happen. That's called life. But I have a chat room that I have started with my group, similar to what you were saying, Juanita, and I was listening to you very closely. So I do something like that. What I do is on GroupMe, and I have selected some very enthusiasm team members who want to be a part of this with me. We do this daily. I share 5 activities that I've done per day. They're doing the same thing. We're being accountable for each other. What this does, it helps us stay focused, help us stay dedicated and motivated. And also it inspires others who may have a down day. They read something, they go, oh, that's a good idea. And they may try that. It's different strategies. It helps us keep going towards our goals. Dr. Martin Luther King has many famous quotes, but this one I want to share. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep going forward. And lastly, it isn't what happens daily, it's what you do to make it happen. Please keep that in mind. So I love my chat rooms I have for my group. We're all stand accountable for each other. And so this is something that's really working. Thank you.
Well, Marilyn, don't go yet because what I take away is that you're using an app or something on your phone called GroupMe.
GroupMe.
And then can you
It's
give
free.
us an example? Huh?
It's free, no charge.
Can you give us example? You said, I know you talked about when you meet people giving out patches, but what you said 5 different things, like what kind of 5, or could it be 5 people that you patch, or what's some examples of things that you consider a daily activity?
What we do, we follow up, right? That's something we've been trained to do. We patch, share the business with people. I go to the grocery store. I'm always in Sam's. I go there because I feel like, there's a lot of business people in Sam's shopping. So I'm looking for those kind of people, like-minded people. And so I give out my cards, my postcards as well. And I share the business with them. Actually, there was his wife first. I met her and I introduced the Exeter 9 to her. And so she said to me, ma'am, will you follow me, please? My husband is having knee problems. He's been hurting all day long. Can you come with me? I said, sure. That was music to my ears. So I follow her over there. I put the patch on him. And I tell you, I asked, of course, permission first. He said, ma'am, whatever you do, if it helps me, I'm in. So I put the patch on his knee. I continue to talk to him and share some information with him and gave them my website, thisisinfo.com and so forth. And within 5 minutes, he said to me, ma'am, I don't know what's in this thing. These was his words. I don't know what's in this thing. I kind of smiled. He said, but something's happening. I said, what could that be? He said, well, my pain is reducing. I'm not feeling the pain that I've been feeling for the last 5 hours. I said, that's interesting. He said, well, I'm not going to say that this is this thing. He kept calling my patch a thing. I was getting insulted. He said, I'm not going to say that that's this thing. I said, sir, it's obvious. If you've been hurting all day, it has to be the patch. And so make a long story short, they were so impressed with that. Do you know, in 2 hours, they signed up with me in 2 hours.
That is awesome. So you keep it up, Marilyn, and keep your, I know you are doing such a great job of keeping your team encouraged, but that's another form of communication. Somebody that you're literally talking to, you don't have to physically be on the phone with them, but it just inspires the rest of the team. I like that. And all of these chats that we're talking about provide the same type of thing, but Marilyn, I know is being intentional about it. She said she's got certain people on her team committed to doing 3 to 5 activities every single day. That's hot. That is awesome. All right. So the next person up is Miss Erica McQueen out of Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much, Marilyn. Erica McQueen out of Atlanta, Georgia. She has she can tell you what she likes to do. And Erica is a leader out here. Erica, are you still there? Are you?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I don't see your video. Okay, there you go. There you go. Erica is a strong leader out of the Atlanta area. She's traveling, she's doing calls all week long and doing just an incredible job. But go ahead, Erica, and share with us what you like to do to communicate with your team.
Well, good evening, everyone. You know, I am a big believer in over communication is always good when you're dealing with people. People have different learning styles. People have different preferences in reference to what, tools they like to use. And I try to get a pulse of my team to see what is the best way to communicate with them. And also I take into account, the things that I would like to see them do, the types of behaviors, the types of activity I would like to see. And so one of the things I know about direct sales is that visibility helps you build your business. And so I am a Facebook girl. I am. And I built a business before utilizing Facebook. So I'm a big believer that social media can help, push your business forward. It can help people have more awareness of who you are, of what you do. It can give people awareness of what you're doing. And it also allows people to get to know you. It allows you to build a brand. And because of all the benefits of social media, one of the ways that I like to get to know my team is by connecting with people when they join the team. I say, let's be friends. I even send an email that says, join me. I want to be your friend, because that way we'll get to know each other. Even if this is someone that I haven't personally enrolled, this person will now see that I have 2 children. They'll get a feel for who I am and how I conduct my life. And then we can see if we have some common goals, because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And the more they see you, the more that they get to know you. And so I really want to get most of the people on the team to get comfortable with being on social media. And because of that, one of the ways that I choose to communicate with them, and I do lots of different things. I do kind of what Juanita said with WhatsApp. I do that particularly for people that are out of the country, because you can just call them, which is great. But Facebook is probably the main source of information, as well as text messaging and all of that as well. But I've set up a Facebook Messenger group. Okay. And there's quite a few people in there. And I set that up early on, and I encourage everyone to add their team members to that group, because this is the deal. You may have a leader comes in and they're very active and they're communicating, but then something might happen. Strange things happen. Obviously, people experience ups and downs in life. They may have a death in the family. Their children may have them intensely involved in something, and they cannot maybe engage same level that they were engaging before. Meanwhile, their team members are not getting text messages or information that's vital to their growth and for them to feel connected. And so this way, if I have this messenger, I can put messages in there, and you can have a very large group. I think we have maybe like 70, 75 people in there. And you can communicate with them in there. And that way, if their upline is busy out of the country, they're still going to get messages about what's going on in the group. And so the nice thing about it also is that, if somebody sneaks in there, well, it's actually private, but, if somebody hack somebody's account and they take over and they try to make some comments or whatever, you can easily kick them out and remove them from the group. The group also gives you I love Facebook because it has so much power. And what I mean by that is you can send a text message, you can send a picture, you can send a video, and it'd be fairly good quality. And it'll house it, it's almost like a cloud, You can really put a lot of your pictures in there. And so for like if we have an event, I'll send all the pictures in there so people can see what's going on. And I use it primarily for just giving them information, keeping them up to date. And also, like you say, setting goals and telling everybody what we're doing collectively as a group. Like today, I made a comment about 3 ways, just to kind of remind people, because some people, I'll see people signing up, but I know nobody did a 3-way with that person. And I'm thinking, okay, guys, I just remind them, give them a nice little subtle nudge as to, some things that they want to do to keep to keep them focused on what they need to do in terms of how to really build a business, because 3 ways we know are so important. So those are some of the reasons why I use that. I also use Facebook group. I'm not that busy in that group though. And the algorithm with Facebook is not that strong for groups. They said it's very hard to get engagement. And so I didn't want to spend too much time there with that. But the Messenger to me works well too, because also if you wanted to share something very specific with someone, you could just push share and you can send it to them directly. That's another thing that I like. And I'm trying to think, what are some of the other things? But overall, the goal is to create a community and to have a go-to place for people. Even if you can't get the text message out, they can go there and the information is it's very easy to add there. So I do that every single week. So yeah,
Wow,
that's what
that sounds exciting, especially a lot of young people, they're very good on social media, so I'm sure they like that. So thank you, Erica, for sharing that. That kind of covers what we were referring to about these communication tools. And let me see, I think we covered that. Okay, but don't forget, take personal responsibility because things happen. I mean, somebody could be on vacation, somebody could be sick, whatever, and now stuff doesn't get posted. Take responsibility. When you go to Digital Alliance 101, go all the way down to the bottom of the page, click on, what's it say? Follow me. I mean, what does it say? I don't know what it says. I don't know. It doesn't say follow, but you click on something, stay plugged in or something like that. And it'll allow you to put your phone number in, so you will get text all the different calls from Digital Alliance, okay? Now, let me go to the next slide. We got a lot to cover, you guys, tonight, and so please keep writing down. Another thing that's really good as far as a tool that's going to help accelerate your business is conventions and local meetings. I want to say this, you guys, I guarantee you, when we go to Eric Worre Studios in January, I don't want to say, they're going to show up and show out, okay? But not only that, their teams are going to be on that training. We need to make sure that we get a piece of the action. Make sure write this down and make sure you do this tomorrow. Do not wait in. I think Sunday, the price goes up on that ticket for the virtual. If you take responsibility, you can scout your team members that are the ones that are strongest and say, who's already bought the ticket. If they have not, you go ahead and purchase that ticket. And I do know that link can be forwarded to other people. I'm not necessarily supposed to say that, but I do encourage you, especially if you're in the same city, to get together and enjoy those trainings together Saturday and Sunday, January 11th. Friday and Saturday, January 11th and 12th. I think it is. I can't remember. 10th and 11th. I don't know. But you go to thisisIt.team.com and you'll see the Rise Up event. Okay, so make sure you do that. There are local meetings. Jeffrey Payton has a meeting every other Saturday. This coming Saturday, Ken Robinson is posted on Digital Alliance. Click on local, events coming up or whatever, upcoming events, and you will see the flyer for Ken Robinson to be presented in the Atlanta meeting. Okay, so stay plugged in. You have to take responsibility yourself. I want to talk now about incentive trips. This is another thing. Why do you think the company gives incentive trips? because guess what it does? It allows people to put their best foot forward and qualify. When they're qualifying for these trips, they're accumulating points and they're putting people in the business. They're making money. Whether you make that trip or not, whether you qualify for that trip or not, you're gonna make some money during this time period, okay? But it's really unfortunate that so many of us are not qualifying for these trips, okay? A few of us showed up in Punta Cana. I expect and hope that more will come. But this is the sheet that keeps up with the points. I want to go through a quick exercise to show you how you could really so easily qualify for the Punta Mita trip. Now listen, here's an example. You want to set your goals. I'm going to show you how very quickly to get 100 points, okay? So let's say that between October, the contest started October 21st and it ends February 23rd. The trip will be in April. Let's say during that entire time, you enroll 5 people as a core. Now there's you're going to get 2 points per person. So now that's 10 points right there. If you help those 5 people upgrade to advanced, I always monitor and be intentional about this. If I was to enroll someone as a core, I let them know that, especially if they're wanting to build a team, next month we're going to set you up for authorship, but a couple of days before that, we're going to upgrade you to the advanced package. It's only going to cost you $240 more, but now you're positioned to be a manager, and it's going to get you more. It's going to eliminate your authorship, okay? Now, if they upgrade to advanced, that's another 4 points. So now you got 5 people upgrading to advanced the next month. And so, oh, I even wrote this. I didn't even, sure, I'm gonna go back. See, can I add? No, I can't do that. I didn't even add that up right, you guys. That's 20 points there instead of 12. I was moving too fast. 20 points to help those 5 people upgrade to advanced. 7 people, let's say everybody doesn't get to manager, but let's say that you had 7 people outside of these 5. You got some existing people on your team. You got to start asking people, who do you know that we can help? Who in your family? Because if they can just get to manager, even if they hit it for 1 week, that counts as 5 points for you. So if you had 7 people, I'm just giving this example, that hit manager, that's 5 points, 35 points right there. If those 5, and if you help, because it's not as many people are going to hit director as there are people that are going to hit manager. So let's just say 5 people hit director. Out of these people you enroll, you get 7 points for people hitting director. So that's 5 times 7. That's another 35. If you maintain manager or director yourself, or even senior director for 10 weeks, I'm just getting, it's an 18-week contest, but let's say there's only 10 weeks left, okay? 10 weeks, you get a point per week. If you were executive, presidential, or SPD, you get 2 points per week, but the first 3 levels, you get 1 point per week. So that's 10 points. Now I said that's 110 points, but I need to add 8 to that. That's 110 points, you guys. Do you know how easy it is to enroll 5 cores? And do you know how easy it is to get those 5 to upgrade to advanced by just guiding them? And then you may have a few of them, like I said, 5 of them, and it may not be 5, so whatever. You got people that are already on your team, that are already managers, that you need to help get to director. So it doesn't mean you got to bring 5 new people and help them get all the way to director. You might have 5 existing people to help them get to director. Okay, we got a new girl, I'm not going to even call her name, but she's under Erica McQueen, and she's all of a sudden just on fire. I know for a fact she's going to be director, okay? So it's easy if they're motivated. So now that's another, so do you see how easy it is? If you get 100 points, it's going to qualify you for 2 people to be accommodated at the Secrets Resorts in Punta Mita. It's a beautiful, I'm going to show you some pictures in a minute, and then 1 free flight. If you get 140 points, so you calculate and figure it out yourself, 140 points, you're going to get 2 free flights and 2 accommodations. So let's show up, y'all. Y'all know y'all like to travel. What I want to share it with you real quick. Okay, I'm going to share with you. Where is it? I thought I had it up here. Maybe it's, let me see if I can do this. Let me see. I know y'all don't see my screen right now, but let me just, I'm gonna try to find it. Oh gosh, let me see something. Y'all know this technology is something, but I want to show y'all this because I want you to mouth to water. Oh, just messing up everything. Okay, I'm gonna find it. Let me hold on 1 second. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna see if I can share my screen. I hope y'all can see this. This is Punta Mita. This is the resort we're gonna be staying at. Can Erica, somebody tell me if you can see the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
we can
It looks
see it.
Yes, we
wonderful.
can.
And see, when we went to Punta Cana, I'm telling you, the facilities was excellent. The whole everything, the hallways and the hotel, everything was excellent. This is a room. This is a room you would be staying, you know, when you're, and this is I think this is more of an executive suite here, but still see the quality. This is an area out of bar out there and, you know, somewhere on the resort. Another area you can sit down. This is nice environment, you guys. Look, can't you see yourself hanging out right here in this beautiful facility? This is like a swim up type of pool. Look, little seats right there and your drinks and everything. They got they got entertainment shows and stuff. This is what the whole resort looks like. This is in a dining room area, one of the dining room areas. So you see what I'm saying. So now back to my slide, but I hope you all want to qualify for that. Okay, so let's qualify to get to Punta Cana. Now we're getting ready to get into an exercise because I already did that part. Where am I now? So now I want to talk about, can y'all still see my slide? Because I switched over. Y'all saw it, right?
Yes.
Okay, a tool called tap rooting. Tap rooting is when you reach, let's say, for example, if I personally enrolled Erica and then there was someone on Erica's, I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to find where this activity is coming in under Erica. I'm going to tap root. I may look at all of her personal enrollees and see what kind of activity is going on to them, how many people they enroll, how recently they enroll them. And I'm going to show you some reports that are going to show you how to do that. And then you just keep going and you say, oh, that person has got a lot of volume, but she's only enrolled 2 people. And you keep going and you'll find, oh, this is where it is. This person may be on your 5th level. You're looking for the like-minded people. You're looking for the people that are making things happen. That's where you want to spend your time. But not only that, because the reason you tap root is to push the volume up. You go to the person at the bottom that's doing something and you work hard with them. Therefore, everybody above is going to benefit. So let me go to the first report. On this report right here, if you go to organization, it's one of the last tabs under organization. It's called Enroller Tree Viewer. Let's say this is you. If I searched your name, if I click on organization, Enroller Tree Viewer, I may be looking for a person that's way down on my 10th level, but if I know their name and I can find their ID number some kind of way, I can type their name in the little search bar and click on it, and it's going to bring their ID number and their name up. I can click on that, and this is what's going to happen. I'm going to see them, and I'm going to see all the people they personally enroll. If I put my cursor over it, I'm going to see the name. I'm going to click on that person. I can look at their profile. I can see when's the last time I placed an order. What kind of order are they doing? 2 sleeves, 1 sleeve? How many people they enroll? How much money they're making this week? That's the benefit of the Enroller Tree Viewer. But I can take this same person once I pull them up and click on binary and click on view profile and then click on graphical downline. And then I will see their binary. So this is what the binary look. This is the same person that you just saw. If I go to their profile and click on graphical organization or something like that, I will see the people they've enrolled on their right side and their left side. And I can keep scrolling down. There's a reason sometimes you do that, because sometimes you want to see if a person falls on somebody's right or left. There's a lot of ways to figure that out, but that's what the binary tree viewer does. I can see if a person if they're trying to get to manager, oh, they just got 1 right here. And I'll say, okay, if I know they brought in 4 people and I only see 1 over here, that lets me know the next person they bring needs to be on their right. If I'm talking and coaching that person, I'm gonna say, listen, then set your binary to the right so that the next person you bring on board falls on your right. You can't coach people on different things if you don't know how to find this information. But I want to share something with you. And I'm going to just tell you what happens when you use these reports. This is an individual. And this is, if you click on volumes you go under somebody's profile and click on the volume, look at the volumes. This is a person who is in my organization. I want somebody to unmute themselves. And when you unmute yourself, I want you to be able to answer this question. How much money is this person sitting on in their binary? How much? Can anybody tell me? Yeah, I know that mathematics in me, you know, I love to do this kind of stuff. But tell me, how much money is this person sitting on? Nobody can't tell me?
A lot.
A lot is not an answer. I need a specific amount. And if nobody can show me, I'm gonna show you how to figure it out. I'm just trying to see, shows me that you don't know how to use these tools. This is what this is telling me. Nobody on this call can tell me how to analyze this. Okay, so nobody, before I go and tell you, okay, look at this.
Is it 35,000?
Every
Who is
day.
that? I'm sorry, who is that?
This is Derek.
And his
Derek,
name?
come on, Derek, tell me how much this person making.
He's sitting on 37,000, like 3,700.
Okay, I think.
No,
that's
I
right.
got 35,000.
35,000. Okay, so Derek, tell them how you came up with that number.
When I looked at the right and the left leg volume,
Mm-hmm.
and you're always getting paid on the pay leg is going to be the smaller number.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at right leg volume with $24,848.
Mm-hmm.
And to get, so actually, yeah, if you divide that by 330, that's
Mm-hmm.
how many cycles you have.
Mm-hmm.
And then you multiply that by 50 for each cycle.
You get 75 cycles, is that correct?
That's correct. That's
Yeah.
correct.
75 cycles, he's exactly right. The way you already know to make money in the binary, every time 660 points come from the stronger leg and 330 from the weaker leg, that's going to generate a $50 cycle. So if you take the weaker leg, which is 24,848, and divide that by 330, that's going to give you 75 cycles. And a cycle is $50. So 75 times 50 is $3,750. So you're exactly right, you guys. So, I mean, Derek, so this is why it's important to know what's going on, because you want to catch up. You want to get this money. If you was divide the 466, but that's what somebody was saying. What they were looking at was that big leg.
Right, I was looking, that was me, Verdita and Renee. I was looking at the potential on what's there. If you build that other side, you got $35,000 sitting on that side over there.
Yeah, you got 35,000 sitting on that strong leg. So you
Right.
can keep building on the right side to catch up. And that's what you call a runaway leg. Many of you have a runaway leg, okay? I mean, it depends on how long you've been in. So thank you all. I'm so glad somebody came up with it. I was going to deliver this.
Verdita, can I comment right there?
Sure.
Okay, so you were saying that you divide, you always divide the weaker leg by 330, but if that stronger leg isn't at least twice that, then you have to also consider that how many times that
Yeah.
660 would go in.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna limit how many times.
You got to divide both sides. I'm just saying in this scenario,
Yeah,
that's what we have.
right.
So every time y'all just got to figure it, and of course it automatically populates for you in your back office, what your binary. A lot of people don't know this, but when you go to your back office and it says, oh, you got $500 sitting there, you scroll down to where it says view commissions, and it'll break it down and tell you where the money came. It'll tell you, did you enroll somebody? Are you getting a matching bonus on somebody? Are you getting binary commissions? It's all there. I know so many people that don't even know to look at that. You have to be analytical, because if you don't, you're going to leave money on the table. Okay. So now let me ask you this question now. What can or would you do if this were you? What would you do to collect that money? And then this case, look what it's saying right here.
I know what I would do.
it says you need 110 points yourself. You only got 55.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need 2 people on your right
Right.
leg that to be active. Okay. So tell me what you would do to collect the money.
Put 2 people on that leg, on that right leg.
That you would
And
put
then
2
and
what
then
if
increase your
what if the money
55
was there
points.
this week? What if the money was there right now and you wanted to get the money this week? What would you do?
Upgrade somebody in my downline.
Well, if you can upgrade them, that means they're already active. So, okay, let me
Place
answer
an
the
order.
question. Huh?
Place
Place
an
the
order.
order.
That
You need to
110
place an
TV.
order.
What you do is reach out to that person. If you don't have, this is why all my personal enrollees, most of them anyway, and I can't say all of them, but many of them, the ones that I'm trying to, and I feel that, need my help. Like you take a person like a Erica McQueen or Juanita Craft, I don't have
active.
I don't have their back office passwords because they know what they're doing. But people that I'm trying to assist and stuff, I have their back office password because I can tell them how much they're making. It's no secret here. So I'm gonna, if I get their permission to place an order under their ID, okay, and ship it to myself, I'm paying for it. But guess what? It's helping me become manager, right? So you place those orders under
Hello?
those 2 people. Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Somebody's, hello?
We
Wait a
can
minute.
hear you.
Somebody's talking.
Roxanne, okay, Roxanne, give me 10 minutes, I'll call you back.
Mute Erica. That's Erica talking. I don't think she knows that she was talking. Or okay. So what you do is put the orders under those 2 people and place another order under yourself. That's just going to get you to manager. Okay. That's all that's going to do because that's what this says right here to get to manager. So now guess what you can collect? $1,500. That's all you can collect as a manager is $1,500. I happen to know this person. Okay, let me see. I've got this thing in my way. This person has reached the rank of director. I just happen to know that. Okay, I just know that. Okay, and look what it says. This is coming from their profile. They are not even qualified as a manager, but their lifetime rank is director. So how much could they collect if they got back to director? Somebody tell me that.
Another 1,000.
Another 1,000. They'd be making 2,500 as opposed to 1,500. Guess what it's going to take for them to get back to director? This person's structure only requires a manager on her right to purchase another sleeve. This person already has a manager, a director on their left, and all they really have to do is activate 2 people on their right to get $2,500. So how much is that? That's what, $70 or something like that for, and if you do a 55-point order, 76, I don't know, less than $80. So wouldn't you spend the money to get to 2,500?
Yes.
Okay, but guess what? This person ain't even done it yet, and they've been knowing about this for 2 weeks. Let me tell you a secret in a moment after I tell you this. What else will happen because of this person getting their binary commissions? Is there something else that's going to happen? Can somebody tell me what else can happen? What else?
They're gonna get a
Matching
binary match.
Who said that?
Renee McCray.
Okay, there you go, Renee. She know her stuff. Okay, Renee. There's going to be, this person happened to be on my 3rd level. So not only is her sponsor going to get 25% match. What's 25% match or 2,500? That's what, like 600 and let me see, 1250. Yeah, $625. I mean, no, yeah, 25. And then the person that she's on their person's 2nd level is going to make $500. And I would make 500. So all this money gonna be released just for this? To be honest with you, I mean, all of us could pitch in and do that. You know what I mean? But the person is just not coachable. Let's just say that, okay? So this is the structure. This person, that's all they need. Now, the other thing I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Oh, this is what I found out because I called corporate because I wanted to have my ducks in a row. Do you realize that it's amazing that this is what happens. If the person has that, this person has 55 points sitting there every month instead of like what they're supposed to have. So with that being the case, all these points are still sitting there every week. They're still sitting there. But if she collects the 1,500 as a manager, do you realize the rest of those points will flush?
That's right.
So it's really important that she try to go on and get to director, at least get to $2,500. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't understand why they flush all the rest of them. But if you can sit there and hold all them points for 55 points. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. Anybody got a comment or question about any of this? Okay.
Anita, can you say that again about why it will flush out?
Okay. So when
This is Thomas from Atlanta.
Thomas. Okay, Thomas. What happens is when all those points are to sit in your back office, this is why we tell people stay active. Don't let your points flush. So this person was smart enough, and I know they did this intentionally, place one sleeve per month. Now, if they got themselves to manager, that's only going to pay them $1,500. Okay, there's $3,750 sitting there. So with the being manager, they can collect $1,500, but the other, what, $2,250 or whatever it is
Yeah.
going to flush.
Oh, it is.
If they get to director, they'll get $2,500 and the extra $1,250 will flush.
Oh, okay.
Now, if they happen to be, because I know the person has a director on one side, if they had a director somewhere else that's direct to them, they would get $3,500 as a senior director. This is why it's important to get your structure together, because the volume is moving strong in some legs, but it's up to you to create that activity.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. The last thing I want to say, because it's about 5 minutes till, I don't like to stay, that's not the last thing I'm gonna say. I got to show the Power 6 real quick. Somebody got a request for that. It's gonna be real quick. Is that I encourage you to keep your mindset strong. I like to sometime even get on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever heard of a guy by the name of Myron Golden. He's a motivational speaker. I met Myron years ago. We were in a company called Artists. And Erica knows this. He used to come to our meetings. Juanita knows this. He's coming to our meeting. He has polio. And so he walked with that limp, right? He is a filthy multi-millionaire right now because he's a motivation. And I love his training. Go to YouTube and look for Myron Golden. I have a book here called Creating Affluence by Deepak Chopra. I might just read a page of this sometime. It's inspiring. For example, I love this one page. Everything 8 is called the A to Z Steps to a Richer Life. And if I look at the letter G, for example, I love it because it says G. Now, where is it? G says, love this one. It says G stands for gratitude, generosity, God, gap, and goal. Gratitude and generosity are natural attributes of an affluent consciousness. People that are wealthy are generous most of the time, you guys, most of the time. Since the only thing to go after is the best, the principle of the highest first, why not adopt God as the role model? After all, no one is more affluent than God, for God is the field of all possibilities. There's a precise mechanism through which all desires can be manifested. And then they go and tell the 4 steps to manifest all your goals. I would buy this book if I were you, Creating Affluence. And there's another book, several books here, but there's another one I would encourage you to purchase. I love it too, because it's called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles, W-A-T-T-L-E-S. The Science of Getting Rich. You can get some real good nuggets. You only got to read a page a day. Before you even get out of bed, you know how you don't want to get up out of the bed, or either before you go to bed, just read a page. Okay, let me show you this real quick, because some people, let me see, where am I?
Perdita,
Yes,
what is the name of that book again?
The Science of Getting Rich.
What was the one before that?
Let me see what I got here. The one before that was Creating Affluence by Deepak Chopra, D-E-E-P-A-K, Deepak Chopra. I don't know if I got this. Y'all, I thought I had the Power 6 up because somebody, I gotta go out again. I gotta pull it up because somebody requested it. And if y'all don't want to, if you don't want to stay on the call, you don't have to, but there, because you may have already seen this before. Gosh, gotta get out of this. But a person who requested that I at least show the Power of 6. And it's just going to be quick because it's just a chart, the numbers I want to go over. But what we've been doing recently is we've been intentionally talking to like-minded people, the people that we're trying to attract in a certain kind of way. Can y'all see my slide, or do I need to?
No.
Yeah, okay, let me see here. Okay, share my screen. Okay. Oh, 6, there we go. Okay, so we've been using this script. Y'all can see it now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if I'm calling somebody, you know, that I'm trying to appeal to be a business partner, I want to be intentional about using certain language that to catch their attention. I'm calling them up. Let's say that person's name is Alex. Alex, listen, I'm calling you to share something very important and time sensitive. Listen, I'm working on this project and I'm very excited about it, Alex. It has to do with stem cell technology. Based on the projections that I've seen, this has the potential to generate multiple millions of dollars within the next 6 months. However, I need 6 partners to help me execute this successfully. And I thought about you because you're really sharp and I respect your business acumen. That's the kind of person we need on this project. Are you open to hear more about this, Alex? He can say yes or no. And if he said, sure, I want to hear more. And I said, well, listen, I'm going to be getting on a call about 6 o'clock with a couple other people. We want to see if this is a fit for you all. Would you be able to get on that call, or would another time be better? I'm going to give you all the details on the call. Can you get on that call? Alex says yes. Okay, that's what you're going to say to Alex. You're not going to start talking about the patch. You're not going to start talking about testing. You're not doing all that. You want to create that sense of curiosity, because if you say anything, now he thinks he already knows about it. Now I want to say this, because some people may say everybody can't do this, but I'm gonna tell you this. Everybody doesn't need to do this. We don't need that many people. We need the right people. So we need plenty of people to be customers. So you keep going after those customers. I'm talking about the people who are hungry, who are motivated, who see opportunities. Okay. So now that's who I'm talking to. Now, here's the power of 6. You know, based on the requirements of our compensation plan, you can get all the way to the top of the company if you got 6 people that will duplicate. Now, you might have 30 people on your team, but you're looking for the 6 that you want to focus on and duplicate. Then you want to take those 6 and help them identify. They might have enrolled 20 people as well, because this is not necessarily going to happen over time. I mean, in a month, you want to try to identify your 6 people, but it may not happen all in 1 month. But surely over a 3-month period of time, you will have gotten those 6, and these numbers will start falling in place. Those 6 people, guess what? They just want to get to director. So that means they got 6 people. And if they're going to go to director, they have to be on 2 sleeves a month. So let's start again on level 1. Here's your 6 people. We want to encourage them to get 2 sleeves. Remember the scenario I just went over where the girl only had 1 sleeve? She couldn't even collect the money. If she had 2 sleeves, that's 154 points. Times 6 is 924 points on your first level alone. If you know, these half of them are going to be on your left, half of them are going to be on your right. And you can earn probably up to $100 on this level. That's not a lot of money, but it probably will cover your cost, or, you know, most of your cost here. Now, the 6 people that you've enrolled, you want to focus on helping them get to director, meaning they got to have 6 personally, just get to director. If they're getting 2 sleeves, you multiply that out, 154 times 36 is 5,544 points. That's going to give you somewhere between 200 and 400. We still haven't gotten to the big money yet. As this continues to duplicate, by the time you go 5 levels deep, and if there's going to be more people in here than this. I'm talking about only the people that are duplicating like we're duplicating. Now you're at 90,000 a month. All of these 7,700 people are not going to be placing their orders in the same week. If they did, you would only max out at 25,000. But since they're probably going to be spread out over a 30-day period, you're probably going to collect $90,000, because 25,000 times 4 weeks is 100,000. You'll probably collect 90,000 there. On the 6th level, these people right here have gotten their 6. Now you're probably going to max out at 100,000. Okay, but I just put 25,000 to be devil's advocate, just in case all 46,000 people place their orders in the same week. Look what's going to happen when you start getting maxed, when you start maxing out. And let me tell you why I believe this is going to happen, you guys, is because all these, it's really not hard to find 6 people who want to be a director, because you got to have those 6. And if they could just, even if they do 110 points, it's still going to be a lot of money. So you max out the binary, you at 25,000 a week. The people that are on your first level, remember, by the time they go 5 levels deep, they're maxing out at 25,000, and you're getting 25% of what they earn in the binary. So 25% of 25,000, $6,250, 6 partners. That's 37.5. The people on your second level, you're getting 20% of those 36 people, which is $5,000 times 36 is 180. And then the people on your third level, you're also getting 20%. There's 216 partners there, times 5,000 is $1 million. So we said in the script, we're trying to get to millions of dollars within the next 6 months. So these numbers reflect what is said right there in that conversation. That's a 1.3 million a week, you guys, or 5 million a month. If you're even 50% successful, we're still looking at 600 some thousand a week. And if you're 10% successful, it's still 132. Listen, let me just say this. Don't get hung up about whether or not these numbers fall in place. What you want to get hung up about is realizing that if you share these numbers with people, they will see how lucrative. See, what makes our conversation lucrative, conversation plan so lucrative, is because there's so many people that we're matching. Do you see that? There's so many people. I know plenty of people. Even my cousin in another company, she was making 100,000 a month. Okay, a lot of people will make that kind of money, but do you have 3 levels of matches? That's what the key point is. So if you want to, the point I'm making here is you want to change the way you're talking to people, and you want to sound business like. My husband and I had a gentleman at our house today, and this man got a PhD. I mean, he was not trying to brag, but unbelievable his resume. He said, I just want you to know who I am because I have a brand and I gotta and so he's trying to figure out, because he started thinking in a whole different arena than we even thought. He's talking about going to the top of insurance company. I said, no, you can't do that. But that's the kind of influence this man has. So the way we got him was the way we talked about this conversation right here. We didn't just start talking about this patching and stuff like that. Yes, it's great, but we started talking about stem cell technology, and that we have this project that's going to reach multiple millions of dollars, and we really respect his business acumen. That's what attracted him. We may not have attracted him otherwise. Listen, I'm going to end the call here, but does anybody have any questions before we end the call? We're 7 minutes old. Anybody got any questions or comments? Okay, I hope you all enjoyed the call. It is recorded. I'll try to get it out. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see y'all at the top.
Thank you, Verdita.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful call.
Thank you. It was awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Bye.